Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here tonight.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Tonight I'm going to talk to you about something very important, how the internet is polarizing us. So, in the age of the internet, information is available at the click of a button. But this is not always a good idea. It's not always a good thing, because on social media platforms and search websites such as Google and Facebook are
Twitter.
Twitter. They are designed to show us things that they think we want to see based on our user history. This causes people to form echo chambers, spaces where only ideas that agree with each other are heard. What's worse is that the media capitalizes on and exacerbates the issue. Okay, so in the article, the law of group polarization, Katzhard Stein states that people, like-minded people, in deliberative environments, like environments where we're discussing something, are more likely to become more radical about what they're discussing. So, for instance, if you have a bunch of college professors talking about how they want to defend affirmative action, after that discussion, they will be more in favor of affirmative action because they had that discussion with each other. Now, social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter, they use something called a relevancy. They use something called a relevancy algorithm, which means that they have a computer program that looks through your user history. They look at what you've looked at and whatnot, and they decide what to recommend to you. So if a leftist or a person who likes to watch leftist content is watching content on YouTube, YouTube is more likely to show them more leftist content. The same is true of conservatives. They'll probably see more conservative content because of their biases. Okay? And this leads people, like I said, into echo chambers where their ideas are bounced off of each other and never challenged. As the groups become more polarized, they become more hostile to each other. So, and their interactions will be reduced to attack. So, there have been cases of conservatives banding together to find weird things in the histories of prominent leftist actors and politicians to ruin their careers, and you have people on the left who band together to say this conservative, what this conservative is saying is hate speech. He should be banned off the platform. That sort of thing. Okay, and media agendas also play a large role in this problem. According to the article Political Agenda Setting and Mass Media, there are 3 ways that the media seeks to influence society. First, they'll decide what we will be talking about in our society. They'll decide what we will not be talking about in our society. And then they will they will define things and frame reality in certain ways. Okay? And this has become very easy for them due to the advent of relevancy algorithms. they can spread their message much easier that way. And another thing, authors of articles that are likely to be in echo chambers, like in left or right echo chambers, will make clickbait titles for their articles. Clickbait title is basically a title that's designed to make the story seem more interesting or urgent. And then they'll also add more partisan opinions in where they don't belong in order to accommodate their increasingly radicalized viewer base. Now, the problems of the effects of this are widespread. This affects how the outcomes of elections. You sort of see it a little bit with Donald Trump. You see it with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, two people. Yeah. Anyways, and it also proliferates and often creates extremist groups such as the alt-right, which is a very small but tech-savvy group of white supremacists that dig up and publish the private information of their critics in order to expose them to violence and harassment. And then you have Antifa, a group of communist revolutionaries that show up at events they don't agree with in order to engage in violence against the organizers and participants. Okay. In conclusion, we need to be much more careful and much more observant of the biases in the sources we find in social media. We need to understand the difference between fact and opinion, and we need to diversify our media consumption habits. Now, my next speech in a couple of weeks will be about how we might be able to do that. I hope to see you all there. Thank you very much. Thank you.